Welcome. In this video, we'll do an unboxing and card overview of the Scarlet Witch Hero Pack for Marvel Champions, a card game. So down at the table, before we get into the unboxing, just thought I'd let you know I recently did a panel where we talked about Marvel Champions. This included the Brant from the Step Into the Portal, who also hosted this discussion and is hosting the video. I'll put a link down in the description below. Also had Steve from Beat the Game and Peter from the One Stop Co-op Shop. So if you want to get our views on this game, be sure to check that out. So now on to the unboxing with Scarlet Witch. We can see this is a 60 card pack with one complete pre-built Scarlet Witch deck, 30 new cards that can be added to any hero deck, a Nemesis set featuring the Calculating Luminous, and of course, as always, a core set is required to play. So let's go ahead and take a look inside here. If I can get this popped open. So we're going to have our nice poster of the Scarlet Witch, who is even more popular now with Disney and WandaVision. So looking at this, subject to genetic experimentation as children, Wanda Maximoff and her twin brother Pietro developed incredible powers. Now one of the most powerful magic wielders, Wanda cast her spells to aid the downtrodden while seeking out the roots of sorcery wherever they may grow. So talk about the keyword team up, which we've seen before. And see rules clarifications. Her chaos control ability and her Scarlet Witch's crest upgrade count boost icons. What does it mean to count boost icons? Boost icons are counted whenever a game step or card ability determines the exact number of boost icons on an encounter card. And she comes with Justice. So she wields powerful chaos magic that often has unforeseen consequences. Most versatile spell Hex Bolt allows for a chaotic variety, while Molecular Decay gives her the ability to turn damaging forces against her foes. The situation becomes too hectic, use her chaos control ability and her crest to shift the odds in your favor, or change to Scarlet Witch's alter ego form to team up with her brother Pietro. The Justice aspects, taking down numerous schemes back-to-back through careful multitasking, turn the tide on the villain for extra damage, and call on the aid of both Wiccan and Speed to put away the bad guys for good. So let's see what our cards have. So flipping through here, let's see, we'll go ahead and set that to the side and look at our main cards, starting with her core 15. So Scarlet Witch, thwart of 2, attack of 1, defense of 2, an Avenger and a Mystic. Chaos Control as an interrupt. When boost icons on an encounter card would be counted, discard the top card of the encounter deck and count the number of boost icons on that card instead. This is once per phase, so we can do it during the hero phase and then once again during the villain phase. Neat mechanic, but she, from what I understand, is all about discarding cards from the encounter deck, which is not always... well, it's never really a good thing, but for her, we're going to get some benefits from that. Hand size of 5, hit points of 10 on this side. Then on our alter ego side, recovery of 3, mystic, superpowered siblings. As an action, discard 2 cards from your hand, draw 2 cards, and then draw 3 cards instead of Pietro Maximoff is in play. So pretty much the same thing Quicksilver had in his hero form, and a hand size of 6. Then we have Quicksilver. Cost of 4, thwart of 1, attack of 2, and 4 health. It's an action ready Quicksilver. Limit once per phase, so taking on just like his hero form. So you can bring him in and do 2 thwart or 4 damage. Pretty good for a 4 cost card, I think. Then we have 1 Chaos Magic, a 0 cost event. It's a hero action. Play a card from your hand ignoring its resource cost. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to that card's printed resource cost. So yes, going through the encounter deck, but I'd get rid of 4 cards to bring him in for basically the cost of 1 card. So pretty powerful. I can see why we only get 1 copy of that. Hex Bolts. Looks like we've got 4 of those. Cost of 2 event. Hero action, discard the top 3 cards in the counter deck for each card discarded that way. That has boost icons equal to 0. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If it has 1 boost icon, remove 2 threat from a scheme. 2 boosts, draw 1 card, 3 or more. Place a status card on a character. So once again, we're going through the encounter deck, but we're getting some pretty good abilities with them. So I can see a lot of acceleration tokens coming up while playing with her. Then we have 3 molecular decays, cost of 3. So attacking, hero action, deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top 2 cards in the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal 1 additional damage to that enemy. So for a cost of 3, we could be dealing somewhere from 5 to 11 damage. That's pretty sweet. Then Warp Reality, one of those. 1 cost event, Hero Interrupt. When an encounter card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel all of its effects and discard it. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of boost icons on that card. That is pretty sweet. So another way not to deal with shadows of the past or something else you just don't want to see popping up. Agatha Harkness. Persona, 1 call support as an alter ego action. Exhaust her like the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 of those to your hand and place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Very nice. I like the fact we're putting them on the bottom of our deck instead of discarding them. So pretty good. And then we have 3 magic shields. 1 cost upgrade. Hero Interrupt. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage, discard magic shield, prevent 3 of that damage. So I can save someone's life when needed, and it's pretty neat. It's for any friendly character. So allies on herself, another hero, allies on another hero. Pretty powerful. And then the Witch's Crest, 2 cost upgrade. Interrupt. When boost icons on a encounter card are counted, exhaust this, increase or decrease the number of boost icons on that card by 1 for this count. All right, so that is, let's see, what was it? Yes, molecular decay. So maybe with the cost of 3, we get to do 12 points of damage. Or when a boost icon comes out, when the villain's attacking us or scheming, reduce that. Pretty powerful. Then she comes with Justice. Let's take a look at those cards. So we've got Speed, 4 cost ally, 2 for thwart, 1 for attack, 4 health. After Speed thwarts, ready him, limit once per round. So bring him in, remove 4 threat. I do like 3 or less cost allies, but both of these seem to be worth 4 to me. Then we have Wiccan, 2 cost, thwart 1, attack 1, 3 health. After he thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy. That's pretty sweet. Once again, getting rid of encounter cards. Then we have 3 Crisis Averted. Cost of 3, hero action, remove 6 threat from the main scheme. If you paid for this card using the mental resource, this thwart ignores the crisis icon. So removing threat. So, I mean, it's a 2-for-1 kind of deal, or we're paying 1 to remove 2 threat there. So, pretty nice. Playing solo, I mean, a lot of things, by the time you get to 6, you're already in trouble. So that's definitely going to help, especially with one of those icons out. Then 3 multitasking. Hero action, remove 2 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this using a mental resource, remove 2 threat from a different scheme. So for 1 cost, removing 4 threat, that's pretty sweet. I'm all for that, especially if we have 2 threats out there. And I'm fine with just spending 1 to remove 2. Sometimes that's all you need. And we have 3 Swift Retribution. So hero action, the villain schemes, then deal 4 damage to the villain. So I like that, especially if we can get him confused. Pay 1 to do 4 damage. So hopefully we can get Hex Bolt to confuse to get that to work off. 3 Turn the Tides. 0 cost event. After your hero thwarts and removes all threat from a scheme, deal 3 damage to an enemy. So pretty good, because we're doing 6 with this one, 2 with that one. And she's got a base 2 thwart, so that should be easy to pull off. Then 2 Power of Justice, and then 2 Heroic Intuitions. So that's going to go give her a thwarting of 3. Then for the basic cards in her set, we've got Order and Chaos. Cost of 1, this is a team up, so we need Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and play at the same time. Max 1 per deck. Hero Interrupt, when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, cancel its when revealed effects, then deal 2 damage to the villain. And I feel the same way about this one as all the others. If I'm playing solo, probably not going to have that in the deck, but if I'm teaming these up for that team up, no reason not to have one of those in each of those decks. 3 Spiritual Meditations. Play only if your identity has the Mystic trait, which we do on both sides, which is sweet. Action, draw 2 cards, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. So basically this is replacing itself. So we're going to pitch this to get 1 more card in hand. Good way to cycle through our deck to find the cards we really need. So I'm liking that. Then, of course, we've got Energy, Genius, and Strength. And then some bad things. So for our obligation, Slipping Sanity. Give to the Wanda Maximoff player. You may flip to Alter Ego form, choose to exhaust her, remove Slipping Sanity from the game. Or discard the top 5 cards in the encounter deck for each star icon, not boost. So for each one of those discarded this way, place 1 thread on the main scheme, discard this obligation. And, ooh, she gets 2 obligations. That's something new and not cool, but does make sense with her. So that's pretty neat. Then we have the next evolution, increase the number of boost icons on each encounter card by 1. Huh. So that is going to be, well, deadly to us at moments and awesome for us at other moments. Interesting. Then we have Luminous. Schema 2, attack of 2, 5 health. Force response after she activates against you. Discard the top card of the encounter deck, so we're losing more cards that way. If 2 or more boost icons were discarded this way, deal yourself 1 encounter card. Well, I guess that's a reason not to like this card. But pretty neat, and yeah, that makes her someone we don't want in play very long. Then Magical Suspension, attached to your identity. Each card you play costs 1 additional resource. Ooh, that's terrible. Your action, exhaust your hero to discard that card. Definitely. We want to get rid of that as soon as possible. Then Chaos Manipulation. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for Luminous and put her into play engaged with you. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. If 2 or more boost icons were discarded this way, Luminous activates against you. Ooh, that's nasty. So not a fan of her nemesis at all. Or 2 obligations. So that's everything for her pre-constructed deck. So like I said, pretty interesting. All the encounter cards you're going through there, but they are pretty powerful. I'm liking her base set. And some really good cards for Justice. Always good to get more allies. I like going ally heavy. Multitasking. That's going to be another fun one. I'm putting a lot of decks. And if I'm playing with heroes that can do a lot of confusing things, that's going to go automatically with them. So then our additional cards. So for aggression, we've got Browbeat, 2 cost event, play only if your identity has the Avenger trait. So hero action, deal 2 damage to the villain, deal X additional damage to the villain to a maximum of 3, where X is equal to the villain's stage number. So for cost of 2, we're going to do at least 3 damage, so that's the Haymaker from the core set. But we could spend 2 to do 5 damage. So pretty good card. And it's got the strength icon down there. Then for leadership, we've got 3 of the Last Stand. When an ally you control attacks, gets +3 attack for that attack. After that attack resolves, discard that ally. So that's pretty sweet, especially for someone like the Goliath for his final attack. We're given a bonus of 3 attack for someone that's getting ready to take their last point of damage. Pretty good card. Then for protection, bait and switch. 1 cost event, hero action. The villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from the main scheme. Once again, pretty powerful, especially if you can have him stunned. For 1 cost to do 4 damage. And lastly, recuperation, a 2 cost event. Alter ego action, heal damage from your alter ego equal to your recovery. You look to be feeling better. Kind of undecided on that one. Not sure if I'll use that too much, but it is nice not to have to exhaust yourself or exhaust to heal 3 and then spend 2 more for 3 more. I'd like it better if it was an upgrade or something and then discard it. But that is everything in the Scarlet Witch Hero Pack for Marvel Champions. As always, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, so please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.